And this track, I think I would prioritize getting the shock over trolling because dodging in that cut is really important. Do I know what XS lineup is, Tams? No, I don't. I think it's KP, Crash, Vettel.
Joel.
I don't know if Tommy String is laggy for you, but it's pretty laggy for what I see.
Yeah, I think it's KP. And then you've got Imma, Joel,
Sid.
Crash.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's Joel, Crash, Vettel, KP, and Zed, which is Imma. As for some reason, Tommy's just holding on to these triple bananas in fourth. He's probably going to pull a shroom up here. Wait, I want to make
He's got a mega mushroom.
Is very good, actually.
That is a very.
Did see an XF member in second. I'm not sure who's first. I mean, these streamers should really use battle glitch. That'd be so helpful. But it looks like that's a double kill right over there. I don't know what's happened there, but it looks like Tommy is going to be in second place with this mega. KP streaming up, and there is a blue shell that's going for Jack. So KP randomly stopping, and Jack's kind of lagged out the blue, and we have a mega in first here.
Oh god!
I mean,
it's a little bit dangerous.
No cheat zone, and he's going to use that.
Why did he use it that early?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess he used it to predict that they would take cut and dodge in it, but a lap 2 Grumble Shock really doesn't do that much. I would have held that for a blue or use it at the same time lap 3, but I've just seen the XF WollyWogZ2, which is actually Yoshta, so Yoshta's playing.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not sure who the lineup is exactly, but we got Yoshta, we got Joel probably. As we're just going to stick on with Tommy here because no, we're not. That was a lie. Tommy Streams decided to.
Tommy has died.
Tommy's died in second, so.
No.
Move back over to whoever this is in ninth. How are they in ninth? Oh yeah, they're obviously a lap behind the troll.
Oh, of course. What am I about? Lap 1.
Lap 1, I was a bit dirt there, but he did look like he starred someone. He built someone even.
Yeah.
I don't know who exactly. This is Eirik, by the way, who's doing most of the trolling. And apparently, the map.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on. Eirik was 30 seconds ahead of what was actually going on.
Thanks for showing us the end.
Eirik was actually 30 seconds ahead. So yeah, as you can see, just see Eirik using that build actually happened like 30 seconds ago. So I think we should either stay on Kayla or stay on Tommy, because Tommy seems to be behind. I'm not sure where Kayla is on the timings, but hopefully we'll stay on Tommy for now so we can see at least what the race scores were, but they should show up any minute now. But yeah, I mean, oh god, top 2, 5, 8, 9. So straight off the bat, I don't know what happened to Tommy, but he dropped to 5th after having that mega in first. But WZ going to take an early lead, which honestly I expect them to win this match. But yeah, hopefully.
What about WZ about to take an early lead? What am I doing?
Take an early lead.
Early lead.
J-Walls is Yoshta, yeah, not Vettel. All right, so Vettel's not playing.
Vettel got dropped.
Who is it? KP, Zed, Joel, Yoshta, and Crash. They're currently looking for a sub for Darty. Sorry, I can't play CSL. I'm kind of casting.
Yeah, I'm kind of not in that squad, so.
Yeah, you're in team 2, aren't you?
In team 2 for Lost.
Kayla has a black screen, can't cast that. That's completely understandable. Just stay with Tommy for now then. Hopefully they can get their stream set up. Joel's stream isn't working either. Alright, I think we'll just sit with Tommy for the majority of this war then.
Yeah.
Watching a troller is interesting at times, but if they're just spamming bills, I mean, there's not really much you can talk about, so we'll stay on with Tommy for now, as Moonview Highway does get picked, and they have top 2, so this is going to be
yes.
And Moonview Highway is known as one of the top 3 trolling tracks as well, with all these bomb cars that you can just star into.
Shout out to Bobby for trying to PM me right now.
Did he ask you for a shout out?
No.
Oh, he asked me for one.
I'm giving him one because he just asked me how's casting. So
how's casting? Casting is fantastic, as it does look like they're going to have a. Oh no, Jack died there. I'm not sure.
The bomb.
KP out of nowhere. They just went from top 2 to XF being in top 2. As Tommy does throw a bomb forward.
Oh,
he's going to get KP, but
KP
still top 2.
is not enjoying that.
You see, the only one runner whose stream's actually working is a little bit laggy. I mean, Eirik he's not really doing much, as you can see. He's just up there chilling. And Kayla and Joel's stream aren't working, so if someone could talk to Kayla, try to get her stream working to see if her quality and delay is a little bit better. But we'll stick on board for Tommy now, who is going to stream into second after Yosta does hit that obvious bomb car. And then the tilt comes out and he hits a wall. JK, and it's going to be 2-3 here for WollyWogZ. I mean, this track, you can pretty much keep whatever spot you're in. There's not really any shortcuts, and shrooms on this section aren't going to do much. As it does get red and bumped into a wall, so he's back down to 7th straight away.
Yeah, I mean, he's got shrooms here, which doesn't really mean much. If he could get a dodge and they have shock, that's the only thing.
Shrooms are kind of useful on this bit coming up here, but so Tommy's already pinging holy shit, which means the race is already over, but his streams are a tiny bit behind, I guess. He says he's nervous. Don't worry, Tommy. You've only got 4 people watching your lines. It's completely fine. As Tommy, I'm not really sure. Was that shock or was I just not looking?
I believe it was a shock.
It was an XF shock, as we do see XF in a star there. We've got frame rate lag out the arse, but oh well. Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks for that picture, by the way, Vale. I completely forgot to give scores to May. That was race 1, by the way, that I just put in chat. Now, it does look like Tommy's going to get a golden right at the end. He's probably going to salvage 5th, 4th. Ooh. And I think that's a WZ race, because I saw Doobie up there as well. So that's a 2-3-4 at the minimum, maybe even a 1-3-4.
So why was he nervous?
I don't know why he's nervous, but he pulled out.
Why were his palms sweaty?
Knees weak, arms are heavy. I mean,
vomit on his sweater already.
WZ are taking an early lead. XF are going to need to just... I'm not sure what they're doing wrong. They're probably just... Like, I saw Yoshta hit that bomb car. It might have been lag, but they just kind of need to avoid stuff like that and just giving up their top spots. And yet, KP does get first, but WZ answer back with a 2-3-4-8-9. I'm not sure how much that is a winning race for WZ, but it's definitely a WZ winning race.
And Bobby has responded with a sentence to finish what we didn't finish. He has given the mum spaghetti.
Oh, damn.
I know.
Jordan, can I help? No, I can't sub you. Even if I wanted to sub out of this and do the LT war, dude, I can't count if Tommy clicks the scores away so quickly. I will tell him to not do that. I told him not to do that. They got 2-3-4-8-9 joining.
Oh, Delfino Square. That is probably quite a good
33 to 28 for WZ, that race was. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, thank you.
That's a +5 race, so currently, alright, May, you can... Alright, we'll update after every GP, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
As we do have Tommy, he's just going to get that straightaway draft. I doubt he'll get a Shroom in second. He doesn't even get a box, so looks like he'll be taking Doc this lap at least. Well, he does get bumped, so he might just risk the single Shroom and not go for Doc.
He might risk getting trip Shrooms. He's in 5th.
I would not risk the double if I was him in 5th. He looks like he's just going to take the Doc.
No, he's took it. Did Kayla fail in front of him?
Kayla did fail the Doc. Which is surprising. She's going to go back to 8th.
She's going to take a swim.
I'm not sure if it's 100cc because he tricked on Doc, which you don't usually do.
I'm not too sure if it's 100 or if it's just weird plays.
I'm not sure at all.
I mean, a 47-second lap, does that tell you much?
Well, yeah. I mean, over like 41-second or 42-second laps on time trial, so that's like... he didn't really... I mean, 5th place golden. Let's just talk about that one. Let's just talk about Yosta is trying to swerve them triple greens, but he's done well to avoid them. But he needs to watch out because he's going to come next to him again here. And Yosta with the play of the century. Oh, and Eirik's just... Eirik! Oh, that's an absolute play by Yosta. Basically, Yosta sniping his greens off the wall, predicting that Tommy would come out, And then Irix, I'm pretty sure Irix starred him twice in a row.
I'm not too sure if it was Iric. I think Kayla had a star running past Tommy.
I think it was definitely his own team starred him twice, and that's... And
Yeah.
here's Brown Banana, and that's... Oh, he gets red.
Jake Walls.
And it looks like Tommy's just a bit of a gone. He's not fun after that race. Now, it does look like he's back in 8th. He's going to need a last-minute dodge, hopefully, if he can get a star here, which he does. If he chains this star and gets a dodge in double and pulls some shrooms, then he can easily still get a top 2 spot. But it's just dependent on if Irix does have that shock or not, as he is going to chain.
You haven't seen Shock yet.
We have not seen a shock yet this race, that is true. But XF could indeed be holding it since they have top spots, I think. But it doesn't look like he's going to get that last dodge. He's going to get
Maybe
a
last
last
set?
spot.
No.
And it's a 3-4-5 so far for WZ, but it's all about who got them top 2 spots. And I think XF might have clutched it out because Kayla did fail earlier on, as we saw, but I'm not sure who was
I've
up.
just seen 2 XF names right behind though.
Wow. Well, if WZ got a top 2 spot, then that's a really good race for them.
Yeah. Let's see though. I mean, the results say it, not the man who thought he saw the word XF in a name.
I thought I saw it. It's not good enough. We need to see official results.
Yeah.
As Zed and Irix here, Zed's trolling the computers.
He still manages.
And it looks like, oh god.
Oh.
Kayla did get
Kayla.
first somehow. So we've got a 1-3-4-5 race for WZ. And that is a big game changer. That's going to put them at a decent lead now. And XF are going to need to back up their game if they want to get back into this.
Credit to WollyWogZ for the recovery that race. They weren't in too great a spots going into that lap, and they did turn it around quite well.
Trolled by own teammate in first G. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yoster just said in chat that Zed's trolled him in first. That is not good. Does anyone get scores for that race, by the way? Jonage or Vale?
I think Bobby's typing.
39-22, thank you.
Oh. So let me start adding up.
Yeah. So WZ, they won first race by 9, the first race by 11, then 5, then 17. So they've got a decent 30-point lead now, going into race 4. And I'm on the wrong tab. As you can see, you can tell what the delay's like, as we've just checked on Irix stream and he's already going backwards, as you can see. So the track hasn't even been picked for Tommy yet.
I think it's currently 75
we'll just
to
stay on Tommy for now.
105.
Hopefully none of the players in the war actually spoil it, but as obviously it's going to be Mario Circuit as seen by earlier, but maybe after this race try and refresh Tommy's stream. I'm not really sure if it's just his internet making it buffer, which it most likely is because May's got good internet. If we're not using Kayla and Joel's stream, I'd just close them.
Oh wait, no, my maths is terrible. Okay, I'm not gonna look at my maths.
Use a calculator, that's fine. And WZ getting a top 3 here, but as you know, it's Mario Circuit. I don't really think that means anything right now.
Yeah, it's 108 to 75.
They're just going to keep drafting each other and get these.
Oh,
But he has drafted.
that is a Goomba.
Into the Goomba. But it's lap 1 on Mario Circuit. I mean, you can play as bad as you want.
Oh, yeah, it's got the PAL though.
It's got
that
a pound
might
6.
slow him down
2
a
of his
little bit.
teams did overtake him, so I
They
think
might
he
be holding.
he's just
Oh no, the
changed
train.
now,
He
which
did
kind
get
of
the golden,
indicates that his
but
team
there is a
doesn't have
bomb.
him. He did get spun out by that bomb and that banana, so this golden's pretty much rendered useless. He's probably just going to stay in 6th or 7th to try and get another golden.
Yeah.
As
And
Yoster,
it's been bombed again.
I don't know where that bomb came from. I think Yoster chained it and dropped it on him, but he's definitely behind now. And I just want to note how Tommy is currently in 7th, and there's no one behind him except for the baggers, which means there was a DC. And I'm not sure who, but if that's an XF DC going into last race, then that's really not good, as KP drops there.
Oh, but Tommy does get the TC.
If he can
get
pass
the
this, this is
off?
very big. But it looks like, no, Ghetto's
No,
going
he didn't
through.
get the box or
start
the
straight.
pass. There is no chance. He's been hit.
Yeah, I think this is a guaranteed 7th for Tommy.
I think we might be able to
But
see.
there are XF members back here.
We might be able to see KP there get a bit squished.
And KP get a bit. It's a battle for last between. Oh, and it's
It's all over for Tommy.
It is all over for Tommy, unfortunately, as they are going to get 7th and obviously one of the bottom spots. But it all depends. XF really need a top 2 or a top 3 race, as we do.
There is a stream reload there. Just
Hopefully it
try.
doesn't skip the results. If it does, I'll try and ask Tommy to see what... Yeah, it did. Alright. 1 second, I'll go quickly ask Tommy. What spots did you get, MC? We had to refresh. Yes. Unfortunately, we don't know what them 4th race results were, but hopefully we can find them. And as expected, from my opinion, what happened GP1, I expected to happen. WZ are just getting them race wins by small amounts, and they're just going to keep going and going and going higher, and it's just going to be harder and harder for XF to carry on and fucking come back from this.
What were our predictions? 86 and 45.
I'm not sure what the score is exactly, mate, right now, because... do you know what the free races were, Tom?
I think it was 108 to 75 going into the last race.
But 108 to 75 for now, and hopefully we can find out what that 4th race actually was, or if anyone actually has a GP pick. Whose idea was it to refresh before results? That was May's idea. That was a bit questionable, but oh well.
May is an absolute lad.
And from what I've seen from current XF members, it doesn't look like Zed's doing a good job back against Eirik. Eirik's getting them trolls on their members, but Zed seems to be hitting his own team, as we do get a picture here, so if someone in the chat would like to quickly work out the scores from that GP picture and put them in the chat, then we will get that updated after this race, hopefully, as we do go on RBC, which is another front-running track which doesn't have that many shortcuts, aside from the first grass cut and the one after the bridge, obviously.
I think we'll see Eirik do quite well here, though.
Yeah, this is all about bagging strats. I'm not really sure how Zed is with his backward strats, but to get back, you need to know stairs and respawn.
Like we've seen in the last few races, I'm not too sure Zed's to the level of Eirik in bagging.
Yeah. It does look like they're both just blocking each other off down there, but they are both going to do the job.
I think Eirik's made it. Yeah, Eirik made it and Zed didn't. And I believe Ace just got muted somehow. So let's see. Tommy has trip greens. I'm not too sure what he's going to do. I mean, he can't pull them out because he's got his own team next to him.
Yeah, sorry about that one, but I am back. It does look like Eirik is at the stairs and Zed's only just on the backward strat, so I don't know what they're going to be doing. I mean, I don't know if Eirik's just failing stairs or he's just... It does look like he's going for them. But...
Oh, Tommy's failed banister. That's not going to help
Eirik has
him.
made stairs, so he's going to be getting back way before Zed. As WZ seem to have top spots right now.
WZ, this could be a top 4 overall if we actually have a look by the end.
We're not really sure about them top 2 spots, obviously. They could be XF, they could be WZ, but WZ did pick this track and they had top spots at the start, so it would not surprise me if they were all up there.
I mean, given how well Eirik's been playing as well.
Yeah. I mean, this is where the trolling's going to come in.
And Tommy got a mega.
If he has that mega in 4th, I would use that to slag.
Yeah. Oh, he's been bumped off.
I would use that there, 100%. I mean, he got bumped off because of that. He's going to get 7 back to 8.
That was poor game. That was a poor choice.
I would have definitely used that.
I would have used it a lot earlier. I'd have triggered it.
But it does look like, well, we can't really tell, but WZ were top spots after this happened with Tommy, so hopefully Tommy can catch up by the end of the lap so we can actually see what's happening, but for now, he has 8th. Zed's there with his star. He's not really doing that much. He is trying to start.
Personally, is Zed lagging a bit?
Yeah, that did look laggy. Like, did you see how fast he was going?
Yeah, it looked teleporty as well. It looked like he was stop-start.
I'm not really sure what that shock was because XF is 6-8 and WZ were top spot, so it might have been a blue council or something. I'm not sure.
That would make sense. I mean, I don't think I saw anyone dodge.
Yeah, neither.
But XF have been able to make the most of it. Getting
XF are in second.
2-4.
But Tommy is going to get bumped into a wall by Kayla and then redded. That is a shame. And now Zed's up in his build.
Zed's
he doesn't look like he gets anyone.
No.
Maybe getting that red off on Kayla.
Tommy has had to go wide, but I think he will beat
He will
KP
get
with
fifth.
that golden.
Yeah, I think he's going to get that 5th. He does shroom past KP at the line, and it does. I'm not really sure. I think this is an even race.
KP might lag him because it was quite
Yeah,
close.
he
KP
come up
is
right.
known to lag.
KP does lag quite a bit.
He's
He
known
did
to
come up
lag
at the end.
results by like 0.2 of a second most races.
He's lagged me quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Speedometer was banned. Is Speedometer actually banned? Who's got it on?
oh
yeah,
no,
Tommy does.
Tommy's got it on.
Wait, is that actually a thing?
That's a ban.
Alright, so yeah, XF actually getting a race bin for once, but I want to actually talk about that. Is that actually a ban?
I think it classes as a modification.
Yeah, because I think it like classes as my stuff, kind of.
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, thanks for pointing that one out, Jeff. I guess they'll have a discussion about that one after, but if he gets a minus 150 for having a speedometer, then I'm not really that sure. Alright, no modifications are allowed except for those that are sole purpose of connecting to Link 5. The above rules, 150 points. Ouch.
Is this the second match in a row where 150 is getting taken away?
This is the second match in a row where this could easily screw up a team. And last time it was
Potential
Insurgents who
penalties.
did have the race loss. But a speedometer penalty, like, I'm completely for like following the rules. I like following set rules, but when I see things
my
like
speedo.
minus 150 for a purple bandana or minus 150 for a speedometer, I mean, it kind of gets to a point that I don't think Tommy's speedometer is actually causing anything, but it is against the rules.
Yeah.
Technically.
I mean, you've got to follow stuff technically. You can't follow stuff on a lenient
you can't be lenient
basis.
with a rule set. You've got to follow what the rule set says, and the rule set has to be written correctly. Like, if this isn't supposed to be a penalty, whoever wrote the rules, it's their fault for not saying speedometer and this is allowed. But as Aaron is right, this is a game modification.
It's a game.
But
It's a
that's
mod.
something for after the war. Let's just act as if we can't see that speedometer and...
Let's
That's
cover
the
the 84 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, because currently, and Tommy does get an average low trick there.
Average.
So, XF would have currently a... Wait, what's that? Can I just do my math?
A lead of quite a bit.
About 125-ish. Which is... Yeah, about 125. Which means... RIP WZ if that goes into place, but we'll see. And currently, Tommy's in 4th for the single shroom. We've got Valence, aka Doobie, in front of him. W, I don't know how to say his name. But they're 3-4. I'm not sure who XF Ghetto is. I'm pretty sure it's Crash. That's going to be my first guess on who it would be.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
First place
I think
seems
it'd
to have
be
a
Crash
big
or
one. I'm not
Joel.
sure if he took cut that one. But saying that, it looks like they just failed for a second. I'm really not sure what Zed's doing. He's driving away from the pack, which means it indicates he either has shock or he's clueless. I'm not sure which one.
I reckon it's clueless.
Eric kind of getting in the way of Tommy there, and he just stays on. And Eric's really got to be careful if she's trying to troll here because KP currently in first. We might see a snipe come out here if he can get anything, but a single
No, that's
through
a single shroom. That could be good.
gurus, and there's a
There's
blue
a
shell.
blue.
There's gurus everywhere right now. KP's had a swim, and now we've got a first place shroom, and their top 2. I would just do low tricks, get Valence to block cut, and just keep your shroom. There's no point even risking cut. As Zed, and here comes the blue.
That's why there's no point risking cut.
There you go. And Zed still is miles away from the pack. And this is a trolling war, everyone, so... If he doesn't have shock, I'm really confused on what he's doing, as Tommy does hit that banana, but it's not going to do much. But someone makes cut, which means if that was an XF member, that could be big, but if it was a WZ member, that could even be bigger. Imagine if we see a minus 150 penalty and still a war win. It was XF, but he's been sniped out first or something. That was a great snipe by Dewey. Oh, but Tommy gets sniped straight after, but there's ice everywhere. I'm not sure what's just happened. Okay, so Crash got sniped.
That was Zed's shock, I think.
Yeah, it was. Crash got sniped, and then someone sniped Tommy, and then Tommy back-redded KP, and then Zed used a round... He was holding that shock for a solid... How long? 2 laps? He wasn't near the pack for... I mean, it's BC3. It's got the most boxes out of every race, which means they could have pulled dodges because WZ were top spots for the whole race. They might have just got unlucky, but that is a 1-3-6-8-9, which isn't the biggest race win in the world, but it's still a race win regardless.
It's a win.
And Kayla's on her way to 8 the GP after MVP in last GP, unfortunately. But I'm more interested about this rule now. There's a staff discretion rule, so not all rules are 100% enforced. Yeah, they make exceptions, fair enough. I know that's a thing, but I still think that there's going to be some kind of dispute over this. Wow, this is... My stream keeps lagging and getting behind. I think that's... I'm not sure what that is. It's not on May's side. I think it's just... Tommy's getting a bit of buffering on his stream from himself, so... I mean, I'm not sure if Kayla's got a stream working. I don't think so. The only streamer the only person who's actually at real time streaming is... What's their name in it? Iric, who's trolling, which... Not much trolling's actually happening, so I don't want to just watch that, because I reckon that'd be pretty boring. And Vale's going to put the overall scores if May wants to quickly put them in. 202 to 164. Just do that whilst we... Yes.
Have a look at MC3.
We won't be able to see the first lap, unfortunately, because I'm going to update these scores. Just update the scores is fine. Alright, so that's a 38 point lead for WZ so far, but if that minus 150 is a thing, then WZ going to need some big race wins. As Tommy does get a goal in 8th. I'm not really sure what else that's going to do for him. I'd honestly just stay in a bottom spot and try and get a star or something, but it does look like he's going to do the opposite. He's going to stream straight into 2nd place. And this track is just one of them tracks where the shock's just more effective than front running.
Yeah, it's a quite heavy luck track.
I'm not sure what Zed's doing again. He just seems to be waiting back there, not near any of the pack, not using anything from my knowledge. He's just waiting at the item boxes. So he's most likely just going to go for shock, as Eric does use his bill there, so more than likely Zed's actually going to pull shock there, but WZ is still top spots. And if they don't get any dodges out quickly, then I reckon they'll just win.
Oh, Yoshta has got Reddit as well.
Oh,
that's a back spam on Tommy, though.
The only XF member who really had any running presence there, just getting taken out straight away. But KP seems to be chaining a star in 4th.
KP's in a... They're all in stars.
That is a great shot.
That is a good shock.
But I think
Kayla dodged.
I was about to say that was a good shot because I thought it was both WZ and both XF in stars, but unfortunately it looks like...
On Tommy's not having a...
Tommy's just... It's just not gone as well.
That's not gone well for Tommy. After all the race,
see an 8th place from Tommy.
Just got starred.
KP with that star dodge in 4th. Star dodge in 4th, which means he's pretty much guaranteed a top 2 spot unless he choked big time or got sniped. Which means maybe another win for XF. Who knows? They're currently debating speedometer, I think.
It's going to be quite important on how these decisions are made as well, because if a certain decision ruling is made...
Alright, let me tell him.
If a certain decision ruling is made now, it kind of affects how lenient the whole season's going to be. Like, if they start to change the rules on modifications now and they start allowing stuff, it's going to make a difference, because so many times in the last few seasons there's been penalties that, like, that purple bandana.
Yeah.
And stuff
I just want to note out how, looking at the CSL shoutcast in chat, Tams goes, "Yo Tommy, you got Speedo on." He goes, "Wait, what's Speedo?" But he has just confirmed that he will be turning it off after this GP. But still, he did have it on for 2 GPs out of 3, so there might be some discussion about that. I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, in my opinion, if there's a 150 point penalty for a speedometer, that's pretty stupid. Because WZ have just been outrunning in general, but it's up to the council, not us. As it does look like BC is a popular pick right now from WollyWogZ, and Irek picking Raceway, which is really weird. He's going to land on Kubicate, which is one of them tracks which you can easily front run, but then again, there's so many grass shortcuts near the water sections that you can easily catch up as well. Speedo's on by default, is it? It is, to be fair, so... Tommy barely uses white line ever. I don't think he's touched custom tracks, so... Fair enough to him with that mistake, but I really don't think that it's going to mean much. I mean, you never know, one of XF could have it on, but they're not streaming, so... 31 to 30 for WZ on that race. 233 to 194, so... WollyWogZ still have a solid 30 to 40 point lead, which they're going to be in.
And I mean, you did bring up the issue that this has all these global conditionals. Now that people have to use CTGP, you can have stuff like my stuff on and not get caught. You can have stuff like the Speedo on and not get caught. You can have stuff like Ignorance is Bliss on and not get caught.
You don't have to show your options anymore.
You don't have to show your options.
I mean, you can have textures which look the same as default textures and have lag.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's that sad, but you never know. I mean...
Well, I would like to point out, who was it? Like Mooley, I think it was, 2 or 3 years ago in Elegance, used a KCL edit on Sherbetland and was caught multiple times with KCLs.
Off-road. As it does look like... I'm not sure whose shot that was. I think it was an XF shot, but XF are all back here. They're like 4, 5, 6, 7. In first place has a massive break, which I'm guessing that's going to be WollyWogZ, so they really need to catch up once again. It's just XF being in these bottom spots and not doing enough with the shock. I mean, as I said earlier, at the fact that there's 2 main ways that you can go around trolling rules. You can either troll or you can just suicide. It looks like Zed's going for the suicide option since, what, we've seen him about once or twice the whole war trying to troll. And he's just half a lap behind once again. He's not really doing anything. He's just sitting at boxes. So
it's not being too effective though. I'm not too sure why he's not changed. Maybe it's a demonstration that XF don't really have the bagger that they want in the squad.
Well, I mean, KP was looking for a bagger for solid 2 months. He was even in his status. He said, "And we're getting desperate just for someone who can go back." But unfortunately, their good players did leave, such as Dookie and others. And I'm not sure what fib got dropped and if that was there from last lap, but Tommy's got sent straight from 2nd to 7th.
I think there was a blue there.
Yep, that was Jack getting blued. So XF are 3-4 right now.
There is the shock.
I think that was that. Yeah, that was an Iric shock that got to get his team into boxes, and he's going to pull a TC.
That's
which
probably
is going to take him all the way.
Tommy could get first, and the blue is not going to hit him. That's good. That was a good shock usage. It was quite lucky of a shock usage to get for the win TC, but it was still quite good. Yeah.
Apologies for that, but as I said, that was a really good shock from Iric getting his team into boxes in 5-6, and Tommy, luckily enough, pulls something which can go through the waterfall, and he gets an easy first from that. So, I'm not sure what the other players got. I'm pretty... Oh, it's a top 2 again, but XF answering back with a 3-4-5 and a 7, so it's not that bad, but once again, it's still a race win for WollyWogZ.
Valence raking in some points there for his team.
Kayla, unfortunately, not showing up what she did GP1, but a solid performance from WZ once again. I care about every single part of a second I lose in a race because it matters. Fair enough, Jeff. Don't we all? What's going on in the shoutcast and chat? We can cast it late tonight or tomorrow.
What's being casted?
Oh, but basically after this we were supposed to cast the replay of Lost in Time versus CB Silver, but they've only played 1 race so far. And their war started 58 minutes ago, so... Why are we on the Wii channel? Oh yeah, obviously, because Tommy has taken off his speedometer. As we're going to take a quick 2-minute break where we're just going to chill.
Yeah.
We're not good enough for music transitions and stuff. Well, May is, but... Oh yes, need that something for 169. I love censored chats, where you can't tell what anyone's saying. But yeah, I honestly predicted this from the start. I mean, Zed's just as soon as I heard it was trolling walls, like, if there was no overlap, I think XF would have had more of a chance because bagging isn't as useful. Obviously, you're still going to have the game of chicken going back there, and everyone's going to go back in any game mode in these top divisions. Even though it is only Division 3, but D3, D2, and D1's pretty much 100% going to have suicide bagging. No overlap rules. There's someone going back in general, as Tommy is going to load up CTs. He has taken his speedometer off, hopefully, because I don't want to have to wait for him to reset again. Score. Does anyone have a score update? Am I... Alright, thank you, Vale.
Vale coming in with his scoring abilities.
It's only a 2-point win for WollyWogZ, but GP1, unfortunately, was a lot better. As the current score is 267 to 221 with a 46-point lead in favour of WollyWogZ. And as I said earlier for the Insurgents and Quintessence War, a 46-point, 30 to 40 to 50-point deficit is comebackable. I mean, they can win, but they just need to step it up. I don't think Zed's strategy of going for shocks is working. He just might need to troll some more. The WZ tag is capitalized wrong. Does that mean that they're supposed to have a big W and a small Z? I think that's just WZ fashion. That's how they wanted to do it. That's what their clan tag is.
No, I think he means on the stream it's capital and then small.
Oh, my apologies, yeah. May, can you check? Yeah, there you go, we've changed it. Apologies for that. I thought he meant... I was being an idiot then. As I do have a solid amount of people watching this right now, I just kind of realised.
Yeah.
So thank you to the 41 people. I mean, Larry's streaming, so having more viewers than Larry's always an accomplishment. So yeah, thanks for the 41 people who are currently watching this war. I wanted to go check the straw poll real quick to see if anyone else voted, because I can't remember where.
I think quite a few people did vote.
I mean, I don't want to put it in the chat again, because that's just dumb. I mean, most people are just going to pick WollyWogZ2, fair enough. And the final votes were 14 for WollyWogZ2 and 8 for XF, which, honestly, it's not that much in favour of WZ, but it does look like WZ are going to take this one away. I can't host next stream. May, that's fine. I'm pretty sure they've got Eddie to do next one. Tom, are you streaming another war today, aren't you? Later on?
Yeah, like 1 in the morning.
I think I'm joining you for that one, if no one else is.
I think it's 3 of D7. I think it's me, UP.
UKP, yeah. What was that again? Unic versus Weema Babbies.
Weema Babbies.
So yeah, if you guys tune in at, what's that, 8 PM Eastern? No,
8 PM Eastern.
8 PM Eastern, yeah. If you guys tune in at 8 PM Eastern later on tonight, we'll be doing our first Division 1 war, which will be Chrome Sideout or Weema Babbies against Unic. That war, obviously, is already happening right now, but we will be casting it without knowing what the scores are, just to get a realistic feel for it. But obviously we can't cast 5 wars at the same time, because there's like 4 or 5 matches happening now, but unfortunately me and Tom are the only available ones. So you're stuck with us. As we are on Coconut Mall, and it does look like WZ have a 1-3-4. I'm not sure who that is in second, because the name tag's not showing up, but once again, and there goes KP. That was KP who's got taken out. So that's the top 3 again. Top 4. Wow. I mean, it does look like someone's going to be streaming up. So it's a top 2, 4, 5. Someone's died. Is that top 4 again?
I would consider it. I mean, we keep seeing XF making all of the
they're coming up.
mistakes.
They're just getting wrecked by items which WZ are holding. I think Yosta hit a car or something when he streamed up. But
oh god,
top 4 currently for WZ, and this is a track where there's only one real shortcut.
Fakers has come in though.
Oh no, that was actually Fakers in.
He could break quite a lot of the spots up, and KP coming in as well as Yosta.
And that red's just going to go break on nothing. So 3, 4, 5, 7 currently for XF, which are decent spots, but
they're decent spots, and
Tommy's
they
going to be
cause
holding
damage.
that blow.
Oh, that's a good pull for Tommy.
It's good for the team, not him individually, but
well, no, it could be good for him. I mean, looking at the spot he's currently in, he's not losing many spots really for having
it's
it.
Toe pack still, and most people are going to be taking cut here, as you see. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, this track is one of them front-running tracks where there's not that many grass shortcuts. It looks like Eirik and Zed once again are just going for shock, really. I think the Daisy, which is Z, might have pulled Bill actually, because I saw him going over to the car section, which he's doing again. I'm not really sure what's going on with Z right now.
There's a POW. No one did the E2 strat, I've just seen.
No one's done the E2 strat.
No one did the E2.
As it does look like...
Oh!
for my screen, that like landed on a Bill at the end, but like obviously he got shot down.
Kayla might have just... Yeah, Kayla got 5th out of that, I think.
Yeah, Kayla did get that last second dodge to pass Yoshida there, so Yoshida's going to pull out the 8th.
And I mean, credit to that, that's a much better race than it would have been if it was a 7-8 for WollyWogZ. Getting a 5-7. I mean, all of these tiny little points are just clawing them further away from having to give a bonus point, so... That's what they're intending, and Crossfire want the bonus point probably at this point.
So I mean, Crossfire just going for that bonus point, as you said. I mean, realistically, like after that race, that's a top 2-4 again. Kayla actually, oh no, Kayla got 5th. Sorry, top 2-5. So realistically, they've just got to push for that bonus point now.
Yeah.
As I would bring you scores from the other matches, but because of that might be something that is disputed. As going into the last 3 races, we're going to play a... I'm actually just going to bring that up real quick in LT, just make sure if anyone knows. Sorry about that one. God. I think it was probably just Tams not updating the registry, because I think I did hear something about him transferring to Silver, but...
No, because last registry action is 23rd. So, no way he could have got a transfer.
There's a Fred. I'll deal with this one sec. Oh, he's meant to still be on Silver. Alright, Tams is going to go sort that one out for us, thank you. As this is still Tommy we're on, and he has got 2 shrooms in 3rd currently. I mean, Moo Moo Meadows is just... I don't know why he used one of them shrooms early, but 1-3. I mean, there's not really much you can say about Moo Moo Meadows. It's another track where that shock really does help you, and a really weird ramp there from Tommy. He's going to be past a TC with it, and that TC ended straight away and he got wrecked. I'm getting print screens given to me in PM from everyone currently. Yeah, Vale. Yeah, we know about that. Hopefully Tams can come to a conclusion about what's going on. Getting back into the race, Tommy went really wide.
Why would Tommy go that wide?
He wanted to get that chain on his golden so badly, that's why he went wide, but unfortunately...
That's cost him positions.
That has cost him positions. He could have probably pulled out at like a 5th. He's still...
He could have probably pulled out a 5th, and then he gets
and then 3 people die at the line. I think that was like XF members.
Well, yeah, I think Eirik was sitting there.
I think Eirik had a really good troll moment there. That's like top 10 plays. As Zed again, he's just not in the pack. He's just sitting back there. Like, I understand if he was going for shocks, but there's really not that many shocks either. Oh yeah, that was fair enough. Derek posted it earlier. I thought so. They just didn't update it. Alright, so yeah, Cam should be playing for Silver.
Are we going to have a man of the match?
For this match?
Yeah.
A man of the match?
Let's have
you know
Casters vote.
I'm going to say straight up Eirik.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, because Eirik, from what I've seen so far, I know we haven't actually looked at Eirik's perspective on what he's doing, but from Tommy's perspective, he has gained a lot of spots because of Eirik's trolling. And even if he's not trolling, he's at least slowing them down. When you have top spots on one of them tracks like BC3 or RBC where there's really narrow alleyways, if you just sit in a star, then you're causing them to swerve at least.
Yeah, and I mean,
go ahead.
Think of the shocks that XF could have had, but
yeah,
WollyWogZ have done so well. Like Eirik's done so
Eirik's
well
got some
at
shocks
the back.
as well when he's mainly focusing on trolling. Like that KC shock was like frame perfect. He got Tommy straight into that box.
He completely outplayed on tracks like BC64 as well. Like he was miles behind them.
Backwards track, was that?
It looks as if Zed was trying. It looks like Zed's trying to play no overlap. in a trolling
He's
war.
not sure what rules he got.
Do you know what I mean, though? He's not going.
Yeah,
near
I actually agree
he's
with you.
not
He's
going
just
near
like,
players.
yeah, he's really not near anyone. He's just kind of doing his own thing, which I will be asking KP that. Don't worry. When
It
he
just
gets
does
to me.
feel like a no overlap.
I'm currently going into the last 2 races. It is 333 to 277, meaning we need 2 top 4s pretty much. A top 4 9 is a plus 29 race, so yeah, we need 2 top 4 9s
Sorry.
for that win, which honestly is very, very unlikely, as Tommy does get TC'd for about the 20th time this wall.
He has got the golden to catch up, though. And Eirik!
Eirik would play the century there.
Man of the match, Eirik there.
But yeah, as Barney's just confirmed, Zed is no. I don't blame him. Like, if you're gonna go get someone and just say, hey, look, bag, you need to have experience. I mean, my first experience as a bagger last season was in CSL, so...
You need experience before CSL, especially against teams like WollyWogZ2 that have Eirik as the bagger.
Exactly, and Tommy is hopefully going to pull this strat. Yeah, he does just make it. And it's kind of back in the pack, but once again, hopefully he can take Ultra again and get up there, or dodge, but you never know. As Taylor's in 7th.
This war, I kind of feel as if it's... Well, I kind of feel that XF, the reason that they lost, it wasn't really... It's not because they're playing bad, it's because they're making bad decisions.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not playing bad, it's just some of these shock usages that they've used. They've used a lot of lap 2 shocks, which really haven't done that much. Like, they catch their team up, but as Tommy is not playing that well right now. They catch their team up, as I was saying, but they don't get into them top spots.
Because some people in the XF team, I probably know bagging a lot better than this Zed person, and I've seen Imma play up front, and they're not that bad up front.
Yeah.
Like, I would have liked to have seen a change in bagger, or something like that. It's
maybe try something GP Tour at least, but...
It's kind of the same argument people gave for UK when they lost the World Cup in the final. It wasn't how they played, it was the fact that they didn't make changes when they were playing badly.
But yeah, literally, I'm just going to point out here, I think XF got a race win. Because I did see, Valence and Tommy were 7-8, and Eirik's getting 9th or 10th, so unless WZ got the top 2, then XF are going to slightly bring this one back with their...
They did get a 2-5.
They got a race win, but
it's not
same as Insurgents, too late.
It is too late, and they are even too far away for a bonus point now, I believe.
Yeah, if they want to get a bonus point, they're going to need Zed to run this last track.
No, he can't even do
Vettel
that.
was supposed to bag, but we had to change to Vit because Vettel didn't confirm his condies in time.
It's just unlucky. I mean, watching this, it's quite obvious that...
Didn't get scores that race, fair enough. Just do the GP score.
Yeah, but it's quite obvious that the bagger doesn't know what he's doing, because, like, Eirik has kind of been outplaying him quite a lot. And no offense to him, he's playing quite well, but he's playing quite well for a D4 bagger. He's not playing like he's a D3 or above kind of bagger. He's not playing like he's to the tier where he could probably play against the biggest clans.
I agree.
I mean, he's not playing that badly, but he's just being outplayed because the other bagger's better, and it's just inexperience. It's like what people said about having a bagger like Jazz in the World Cup for UK.
Yeah.
Like, of course you're going to end up being outbagged if the player...
Exactly. Experience is just such a big part of bagging.
If you have a bagger like, say, Cobra was one of the baggers, who's like a D1 player, and Eirik used to be a D1 bagger.
Meteor.
Yeah, Meteor, and to be fair, he was a very good bagger back then. He was known for his trolling back then, and he's shown it here as well. You're not going to win a match with someone that's been bagging, or not even bagging, just someone that's been playing low division and doesn't have competitive experience if you're playing against, say, a Div 1 bagger with a competent team.
But into the last race now. Oh, apparently Val did get the picture, so it's 360 to 311, so that's a 51-point deficit, which means it is virtually impossible for XF to now win this.
It does, however, look like you were closer to the overall.
Currently. You never know, WZ. I mean, WZ have lost these last few races, but same with Quintessence War. It was just a bit too late. WZ got a really good first GP. But this speedometer thing's still going to be there.
It is just going to be lingering, and
exactly.
I'm sure, because it's been brought up, XF will probably try arguing for it. WZ will be arguing against it. There's going to be quite a lot of drama.
That's the thing.
Probably.
WZ have to hold their celebrations until they actually know the verdict of this overall, because they don't know if they've won yet, as Jack, I think, just backspams Tommy there. But Tommy's got a star in 7th, uses it. Single red in 7th.
Looking at the positions, XF are only 49 behind.
And they're gone. No, they're not getting a bonus point because Zed's back there.
Oh.
So,
no, they only need to get a win by 29.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's fakers.
Yeah. They 29's a top 4-9 as well, which definitely did not happen. So that's pretty much going to wrap up the war.
It is, yeah.
We are going to get an interview with KP real quick, just to talk about how he think his team played and why they fell short. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get an interview coming from WZ unless anyone does want to do a last-minute interview from WZ if you're watching.
I'm pretty sure they're.
I'm pretty sure they're just
too
worried
annoy
about the
them.
speedometer thing right now, and I don't blame them. I'd be focused on it. And that does sum up the war, if I'm correct, because they had that one race and then they reset, didn't they?